I hate ticks. No, do not like them. Little demonic bastards. I hate them.
Ticks are dicks. They're dicks. They are bona fide dicks.
Ticks can go straight to hell. They can go to hell. Can't stand them. I don't like you ticks.
I hate them son of a bitches.
I say kill them all.
I hate them.
I absolutely hate them.
Suck.
They suck. They're black. So yeah, they suck. They're bloodsuckers. Demonic blood-sucking demons.
Listen, man. Listen. Dicks are buzzkill, man. This is buzzkill. Dicks ain't cool, man. That's some pretty crazy lights, man. It's like, I thought the cops were here, man.
But I can't even talk about them without thinking there's one crawling on me. You know what I mean? Constantly feeling around like there's one crawling on you. Give me the heebie-jeebies that bad. You know what I mean? I mean, there could be one crawling on me right now. Yeah, I hate them. If you haven't realized that by now, you know, I can't think of anybody that likes ticks. No, I wonder if God even likes ticks. Nope. Now, as much as I hate them, apparently ticks, they have a place. I don't know exactly what that is, but they do have a place, and we just have to deal with them. Wait a minute. Birds like ticks. We have birds love to eat ticks, especially guinea fowls. What's a guinea fowl, you ask? People actually will bring in guinea fowls to tick-infested areas to help reduce the populations of ticks. That's how much guinea fowls eat ticks. They're tick-eating machines. Fist bump, guinea fowl. Reptiles and amphibians, they like to eat ticks. Possums love ticks. They love to eat them. Oh my God, possums eat ticks like they're a bowl of M&Ms. That's what a tick is to a possum, man. It's like an M&M. They say like a single possum can eat up to 5,000 ticks in a season. 5,000 ticks in a season a possum can consume. That's incredible. Possums are awesome. Possums are awesome. Funny little possum. Cute little possum. What a cute little possum. Bad possum. Now, before we get started on this video, I just want you to know I don't have a degree in entomology, insects. I do not study them. That is not my field. I am not affiliated or am I employed or associated with the Center of Disease Control, or am I affiliated with the Poison Control Center or the Mayo Clinic. That is negatory on those last two, negatory. Thank you. Nope, not at all. I'm an outdoorsman that has spent countless hours in tick-infested areas throughout the decades and has emerged tick-free. Well, not necessarily tick-free. I had ticks on me, but not embedded. Embedded is bad. Embedded is real bad. Not embedded is good. Not embedded, good. Embedded, bad. Embedded, bad. But yeah, I'm blessed. You know, I got a good record. I have a good record. You know, a little prevention goes a long way. But yeah, I'll have my friends, you know, will contact me, especially during prime tick season. You know, they might get a tick on them. And hey, what kind of tick is this? You know, what's the best way to, you know, remove it? Whoa, oh, yeah, man. Oh my God, you are going to die. Sometimes I'm like the tick man. I'm the tick man. No, not like that. It'd be kind of cool though. But yeah, it's one of the reasons why I'm making this video, to help you have a better understanding on how to deal with these blood-sucking, disease-carrying, demonic little bastards. But seriously, to educate, you know, bring awareness and prevention. We'll do some prevention here in just a little bit. Don't want to scare you, freak anybody out from going in the woods. I just don't want you catching a tick-transmitted disease. But then again, if I did scare you and prevented you from going in the woods, then I would prevent a lot of you from getting a tick-transmitted disease. Yeah. But out of the 1,000 different kind of ticks on this planet, 1,000. And let me add, most of those live in tropical areas, as you might imagine. But there are some in Antarctica. That's right, there are ticks in Antarctica. And you know what they feast on? Do you have any idea? Penguins. They feast on penguins. Poor little penguin around the eyes. Oh my God. This let me help you, little penguin. Let me help you. Penguins hate ticks. They hate them. But yeah, here in the U.S., we have like roughly 90 different kinds of ticks here in the U.S. Yeah, 90. I didn't know there was that many. But yeah, that's like 90 too many. But we're going to only focus on 3 of them, okay? We're not going to do all 90. We're not going to do all 90. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So coming in at number 3, working our way down to number 1 in the big tick countdown. And that's the dog tick, or wood tick. Wood tick and dog tick are the same thing. You know, I hear people say, hey, is that a dog tick? Say, no, man, that's a wood tick. No, man, is that a wood tick? No, man, it's a dog tick. They're the same thing, so knock it off. Knock it off already. Knock it off. Now I'm going to show you some females, all right? 3 adult females as you work our way down the tick list, all right? Females are important, right? Very important. Very important to know. Very important to identify. Because you know why? Do you know why we're focusing on female ticks?
And why exactly is that?
Because they're the only ones that transmit disease. Females are the only ones that transmit disease. Males don't do it. So if there's like a cool tick, it would be like a male. But not really, because they make baby ticks, and that's not good either. So yeah, females are the only ticks that transmit disease. That's because they're whores. Yes, yeah, that's what they are, man, they're whores. That's right, because they're little demonic, blood-sucking, disease-carrying whores. Let's take a look at this little demonic shit, shall we? That's her, the American dog tick.
She's still a whore, though. And with 6,000 cases of Rocky Mountain spotted fever a year,
the deadliest tick-transmitted disease ever.
Rocky Mountain spotted fever was first recognized back in 1896 in the Snake River Valley in the state of Idaho. Now, for the longest hell time, they called it the black measles for what it would do to your skin in the later stages of the infection. It would literally turn your skin black, which is pretty darn disgusting. It's still a thing. It's still a thing. She's still in the game, man. She's still in the game. In the event, you do get a dog tick on you for an extended period of time, may be in fear, heaven forbid, that you do have Rocky Mountain spotted fever. They're known for their signature rash, all right? It's a rash that'll develop on your ankles and your wrist, okay? Wrist and your ankles. I'm not gonna bring my ankle up here. But it'll work its way inwards. That rash will work its way inwards. That right there is a telltale sign that you do have Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and you need to get medical attention pronto, man, all right? You are in the red zone. And despite its name, it's most common in North Carolina, Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma. So you people living in those states, keep a little eye out, man. Keep an eye out in a neighborhood near you. So yeah, heads up, heads up. So there you go, the American dog tick. Or wood tick, same thing, same thing.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to tick number 2 in the top 3 big tick countdown.
All right, the female Lone Star tick. That's the Lone Star tick.
The adult female, easily identifiable by the white splotch on this dorsal shield. All right, take a look at her real quick, one more time.
Okay, the female Lone Star tick. Yep, pretty easily identifiable by that little white spot on its dorsal shield, but not so much with the female nymph Lone Star tick. Well, what's a nymph, Hoot? A nymph? What's a nymph, man? The only nymph I know is a nymph old maid. Thanks so much for asking, dude. Let's take a look at the nymph of a Lone Star tick. Yeah, see? See, all translucent and jelly-like a little jelly tick. But they're the most dangerous of all. That's right, nymphs are the most dangerous. Responsible for up to 80% of all tick-transmitted diseases are caused by nymphs. Ticks go through basically 3 stages of their lives. Okay, we're not going to include egg sac, but we're going to do larva, okay, nymph, and adult. And they need a blood meal each time they advance to their next stage of life.
So it's a good idea to learn how to identify the nymph and the adult female of the 3 ticks that I'm mentioning in this video. Just in the event you do get one attached, you start feeling ill, you may need medical attention, you'll have an ID on that tick, so maybe a proper diagnosis can be made. All right, follow me? Good.
But what makes nymphs so dangerous is their size. They're small. You might have heard people refer to them as sea ticks. I call them sea ticks. You got a sea tick on you. because they are about the size of a seed, a poppy seed. Matter of fact, if you go Google, nip tick size, you're going to see poppy seed all over the place because there's not a better description for them. But yeah, they are tiny and they are sneaky, incredibly sneaky, super sneaky, and they can just totally wreak havoc on you, all right? Now, how can I prevent keeping nips off me? I got you, man. I got you. It's time for a tick tip. And this one is prevention, all right? Against nips especially.
Probably the best tip I'm going to give you. Probably the best one. It'll prevent you from getting a tick-transmitted disease up to 70%. Yeah. Help prevent you from getting a tick-transmitted disease up to 70%. So when you're getting ready to head out into tick country, when you're going to apply your sprays and your repellents, I want you to focus on your shoes and your socks. Dose and soak those bad boys, man, all right? Shoes and socks. Because see, especially with nymphs are down in the lower vegetation. It could be grass. And what they do is they get on your shoes. It's like an initiation, right, for nymphs. They get on your shoes. Next thing you know, they're working up your socks, up your leg, finding themselves a little hiding place, man. Hang out for a week or so and make a blood meal out of you.
Yeah, dose and soak those shoes and socks, okay? Don't forget to reapply, all right? And don't forget tick checks. Double up on the tick checks, especially when you're dealing with nips. So if you got like a significant other or maybe a good friend, have them help you. But yeah, don't forget tick checks. Now back to the Lone Star Tick. Tick number 2 in today's Big Tick Countdown. The Lone Star Tick is without a doubt the most aggressive, wickedest, most evil of all ticks I'll be talking about here.
Why is that, Hoot? Well, let me tell you. She is the most common human-biting tick in the United States. The Lone Star Tick is, man.
Incredibly aggressive. She will seek out her host, all right, for a blood meal. She'll seek them out. Ticks are ambushers. What they like to do is they like to get on the edge of a grass blade, some kind of foliage, and they stick their little front legs out there and, hey, wait a minute. I can do better than this. Hang on. I can't believe you ain't got a tick costume. No, I don't. This is gonna have to work. I don't have a tick outfit. Neighbors will wonder what I'm doing. They want to know what I'm doing. Look, Ma, I'm a tick. So yeah, what ticks do, man, is they get on the edge of a leaf blade or a grass blade, stick their front legs way out there like so, man. This is called questing when a tick does this. They call it questing. And inside their front legs, man, they have sensors that pick up carbon dioxide, which helps them hone in on their host. Hanging out there at the edge of a trail like so, man, wait for the host to come by and just hook up, oh, they're gone. They got a host, man, they got a blood meal. Fork, yeah. Not only is the Lone Star Tick an excellent ambusher, but she has another superpower that the other ticks mentioned don't possess. She's attracted to ground vibrations. Yeah, ground vibrations get her excited. Yeah, it's like a dinner bell going off. That's what makes her so aggressive. If you're in a certain area for an extended period of time and you're active in that area and you're moving around a little bit,
They're going to pick up those ground vibrations and they're going to come for you.
you're going to be the next all-you-can-eat tick country buffet, man. They're going to start crawling for you, man. They're going to start crawling for you.
That's right. They're going to hone in on you. And if there's a bunch of them in the area, they're all coming for you, man. They're all coming for you. That's why Lone Star ticks suck. I can't think of no better way to say it. And Lone Star ticks can boogie, man. Oh, they're fast. They're like the fastest tick out there. They can be on your bottom of your pant leg up into your shirt in less than a minute. Less than a minute. Now, let's talk about all the nasties that you carry, shall we?
She sure does, too. Are you ready? Take it away. The Lone Star Tick currently transmits this, that, this one, and this one, which nearly scared the piss out of me. I'm like, what, I can't drink bourbon or something if I get this disease? That's when I knew I had to take prevention a little more seriously.
Bourbon virus is named after a county in Kansas where it was recognized back in 2014, so it doesn't have anything to do with the delicious spirit that's produced down in the great state of Kentucky. So, whew, man, had me worried there for a second.
And the number one Lone Star Tick transmitted disease, no, we're not done. Those are just some bonus diseases that she carries. The one that has shot the Lone Star Tick up the charts, man, has put her on the map. Alpha-gal syndrome, or STARI, S-T-A-R-I, STARI, Southern Tick-Associated Rash Illness. So what happens if you get alpha-gal or STARI? Also known as the Red meat allergy? Yeah, you probably guessed. You can't eat red meat for the rest of your life. Well, you might as well just throw pork in here too, even though some refer to it as the other white meat. But yeah, any hooved animal you cannot eat. Forget about it, all right? That goes for, well, yeah, I mean, if you're in Africa on a safari, gazelle burgers, they're out. You can't have a gazelle burger. What am I talking about? No more steaks, no more baby back ribs, no more bacon. Bacon? Not bacon. And in a lot of cases, go ahead and throw in dairy products, all right? Most people can't eat dairy products. So no more cheese, no more ice cream. Yeah, cheese, bacon. And then I knew, hey, there's no way I'm gonna get this. And we're not done, there's one more. Gelatin products, if you're doing prescription pills or supplements and gelatin capsules, you can't do them no more. They will make you sicker than shit.
Well, if you're a vegetarian, big deal. Vegetarian, who cares?
Well, that'll be just one less thing you got to worry about. But you got all the symptoms you got to deal with. All the symptoms you got to deal with. Yeah. Bad times. And alpha-gal really hasn't been around that long. I think it first showed up in 2007. That's when it was first recognized. And then like in 2009, there was like, well, I read 12 cases. Then I read 24 cases of alpha-gal reported in 2009. But in 10 years, it jumped up to 34,000 confirmed cases, man. It's bad. But the bad thing with these tick-transmitted diseases are they're just, they're hard to diagnose, you know? There's a lot of doctors out there that, whether for lack of knowledge or just unfamiliar, don't know a lot about tick-transmitted diseases. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I've read horror stories where people have been in and out of medical facilities for over a year till they got properly diagnosed. A lot of times they get diagnosed for other illnesses. So therefore, say in that year time, you're doing like prescriptions or treatments or whatever, and all these visits, doctor bills, adding up to something that you don't even have. So that's why it's important and vital in the event that you do get an attached tick, okay? Learn how to identify that tick. Remember, the females are the only ones that transmit disease. So to learn how to identify the nymph and the adult of these ticks. If you can't do that, just screenshot pictures of them. Keep them on your phone if you find yourself in tick country. And in the event that you do, hope you never do, have an attached tick for an extended period of time and you start getting ill, okay, sometimes this can take like a few days to weeks till the symptoms start kicking in. They're all like flu-like symptoms. You'll have fatigue, muscle soreness, headaches, nausea. If you start getting ill and you get your butt into a doctor ASAP, you already have an ID on that tick. You know what kind of tick it is, so a proper diagnosis can be made immediately and get you on treatments right then. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because the longer you wait, all right, the worse it's going to get, and the worse it's going to get. I don't want you getting one of these diseases, man. That's why I'm doing this video. I don't want you getting one. Now these ticks, have a signature bite mark. The Lone Star tick, with no exception. Hers is like a bullseye. That's right. Not all the time, but most of the time it's a bullseye. Yeah, just like, here, take a look. Yeah, just like that, like Tarjay. Yeah, see, told you. So yeah, if that shows up on you, that tick just said, gotcha. And there's like a 99.9% chance you have a tick-transmitted disease and you need to seek medical attention like yesterday, or maybe the day before yesterday, and the day before that, all right? Because it's not good, man. That is not good. Now, with all that said, I've just recently read that there are some people that have actually whooped alpha-gal in the ass. There's a few. Now, everybody's chemistry is different. I don't know if these people just got a quick diagnosis or the treatments, but they were able to lessen the effects, okay, of the disease, and within a year or two have been able to enjoy themselves a delicious meat lover pizza. So yeah, there is light at the end of the tunnel for some of us, but for most of us, no. Oops. I think I'm about to wrap it up for Lone Star Tick. Unless you got any questions. Unless you got any questions. All right, talked about that. Did that. Let's see, we did that one and that one. All right, man. I think we're done with the Lone Star Tick, man. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to move on to tip number 1 in today's Big Tick Countdown. Oh my God!
Oh yeah, Little Miss Popular. Always in the limelight. Public enemy number 1. You know who she is, don't you?
Ah!
The black-legged tick, also known as the deer tick. Same thing. Black-legged tick, deer tick. Once again, same thing. I just said that. Yep, the deer tick. Responsible for 20 to 30,000 cases of Lyme disease a year. Yeah, 20 to 30,000 cases of Lyme disease a year. And that doesn't even include the other diseases that she carries. And not to mention the thousands of people roaming the earth that have Lyme disease and don't even know they got it. They don't even know they got it. From the year 2000 to 2020, all right? 14% of the world's population has either had or has Lyme disease. Yeah, 14% of the world's population has either had or has Lyme disease. That's crazy. But you know, there's an important word there, and that is had. Okay, if they've had it. So if they've had it, it means they don't no longer have it. So yes, Lyme disease can be whooped into ASS, all right, without a doubt. And that is, once again, quick diagnosis, immediate treatments, and those treatments usually consist of antibiotics. One of them, real popular one, is doxycycline. Doxycycline, right here. You've probably heard of it, very popular antibiotic. And there's a new one out there now called hygromycin. Hygromycin. And it's kind of one that's been sitting on the shelves, wasn't very popular, but they've recently discovered that it destroys the virus in laboratory mice. So yeah, once again, light at the end of the tunnel and hope for all. But unfortunately, not for those that have the chronic. You know, I have a friend, she has the chronic Lyme disease, and it is no fun, and it's no joke, and my heart goes out to anybody that has it. But for a lot of people, Lyme disease can be whooped in the hiney, man, which is awesome.
Now just wait a minute, Slick. Hold up. You just said chronic Lyme disease? What the hell is chronic Lyme disease?
Thanks so much for asking. Chronic Lyme disease, man. Also known as post-Lyme syndrome or post-treatment Lyme syndrome. It affects about 10 to 20% of the people with Lyme disease, okay? It's more severe with women. I'm so sorry, ladies. I'm so sorry. It's an absolute nightmare. An absolute nightmare for people to have it, man. And once again, my heart goes out to anybody that suffers from post-Lyme syndrome. My God, it's the best way to get it. There's really no best way to get it, but most people get it is accidentally. I mean, you get a tick on you, especially nymphs. Nymphs are responsible for 80% of all tick-transmitted diseases. They'll get on you and you won't know it, okay? You'll hear me probably repeat this, so I hate to sound like a broken record, but I want to stick in your head, man. Anyways, yeah, you'll get a nymph on you and not know it. Nymph bounces. Now you're stuck with a tick-transmitted disease, and it goes untreated. It goes unrecognized. Okay. So what happens is this pathogen has set up shop in your body. Okay, it has established itself, made itself at home. So it's going to be now impossible for you to get rid of it, and you're going to be starting getting ill, and you're going to go to the doctor, and it's going to be crazy trying to diagnose this thing. Because you don't know. I mean, you don't know. You don't know how to have a tick on you. So yeah, it happens accidentally a lot. Like another scenario is, say for instance, you do have a tick on you. And you go to the doctor, he puts you on antibiotics, doxycycline or amoxicillin, and you might be on it for a few weeks, a month or so. And you're starting to feel good, right? You're starting to feel yourself. Like, man, I just whipped, Lyme disease in the ass. And you go about your life. Doctor takes you off the antibiotics. Everything's good. Everything's groovy. And so once again, going back, this microbe can lay low, man, in your body and basically hide and come back weeks, months, maybe a year later and just wreak havoc on you, man. And it can mimic so many other diseases that once again, diagnosing this is just an absolute freaking nightmare, okay? And it's just demoralizing as all living hell. And the other way to get Lyme disease, and that is a stupid way. It's by, you have a tick on you for a while, and you're showing all the signs that you got Lyme disease. You got the ring of death or or a bullseye, and you got the red rash creeping all the way up your body, and you don't do nothing about it. You don't do anything about it.
Looks like he's been on there a while.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yep, pretty much just blow it off. Yep, pretty much you don't do anything. You just go about your life. But, you know, brace yourself, because bad times are coming. They are coming. Yeah, like that. You just kind of don't do anything. That's a good way to get chronic Lyme disease. And you know what's crazy? I can't. You know, for years, all the way up till today, that there's a tick vaccine for your dog, but you can't get one for your family. Just think about that one for a minute. Just think about it for a minute. Yeah. But with that said, there was a vaccine, okay? There was a vaccine back in 98. Limerix. Yeah, it came out in 98, and I guess it had like, I don't know, maybe 70, 75, 80%, I don't know, approval rate by the people that used it until it started wearing off. Yeah, I mean, they kind of get a thumbs up, but it wouldn't last long, all right? So you'd be out in the woods, yeah, go ahead, Tick, give me your best shot, you know, and you're not protected. So that's not good. That's not good. So they yanked it off the shelves like in 2002, you know, and there's some other controversy around it, but, you know, that's basically, you know, from what I've heard. Anyways, so yeah, get a vaccine for your dog, but you can't get one for your family. But now, with that said, and what I recently discovered is that Pfizer, in conjunction with some other big giant, pharmaceutical company or whatever, are in their third stages and are already conducting human trials on a vaccine. Okay, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it's looking to hopefully go up for FDA approval in 2025. So yeah, there might be a vaccine happening here, man. And there's obviously some other pharmaceutical companies that are in the game trying to create something as well. So yeah, vaccines might have multiple choices here in the future. So, you know, that's good. At least, you know, they're trying. So where does Lyme disease even come from? I can ask that, you know. Where's it originate? Where's it spawned from? It spawns from the tick's favorite snack, especially when they're larvae, all right? Their favorite meal. And you know what that is? You have any idea what that is? What a tick's favorite meal is? Mice. Yes, mice. The white-footed deer mouse, to be exact. Yeah, that little guy. A very popular snack for the deer tick.
Yep, the white-footed deer mouse.
The white-footed deer mouse is basically a holding tank and a reservoir for Lyme disease. They always have it since the day they were born, man, all right? You might as well throw a few other vermin in there, too, as well as the eastern chipmunk, are carriers of Lyme disease, or Borrelia burgdorferi, right here, Borrelia burgdorferi, that's the name of Lyme disease. Hope I said that right. Did I say that right? Borrelia burgdorferi.
Borrelia burgdorferi.
Nailed it! As it's known in the scientific community. So what happens is that, the tick is hatched. It's now a larva. It scours a little forest floor. It'll find it a white-footed deer mouse, attach itself, make a blood meal out of it. Now it is a carrier of Lyme disease, okay? It could bounce off, molt, become a nymph. It might find a white-footed deer mouse. It's got the double whammy now of Lyme disease, or worst case scenario, find you, bounce off again, become an adult, molt into an adult, I should say, and once again, worst case scenario, find you, and now you are a carrier of the disease. So that's how that all happens, in case you're wondering. Now, you can't get it externally. Like, say, if you got like a pet white-footed deer mouse, it's the best I can do, man. It's the best I can do. You're not gonna get Lyme disease, okay? All right? If you're like drunk and lost a bet and you like gotta lick a white-footed deer mouse, I'm not gonna lick the mouse. You're not gonna get Lyme disease. It has to enter your bloodstream. And that's where the tick comes in. That's how Lyme disease happens, man. All right? In case you didn't know, all right? So, now you know. The rest of the story.
So why doesn't the Lone Star tick transmit Lyme disease based on a deer mouse, huh?
That's a damn good question.
That's a real good question.
Well, according to the CDC, the Lone Star tick doesn't produce the bacteria Borrelia burgdorferi, that causes Lyme disease. All right. Matter of fact, their saliva, according to studies, actually destroys the bacteria, kills it. So that's pretty wild, you know. So I guess there's this cool thing about a Lone Star tick. It would be there's nothing cool about a Lone Star tick, man. Now, not only does the deer tick carry Lyme disease, but it's got 3 god-awful diseases that it carries, along with Lyme disease. I'm going to touch base on here real quick. Now, obviously, by the time I'm done with this video, it might have 3 more. Might have 3 more, or 4 more, or 5 more. Who knows? But it's got 3 more established and recognized diseases, and those are, there's one called anaplasmosis. All right, you might get the double. You might get Lyme disease and anaplasmosis. And let me read this to you. Anaplasmosis. Here are some of the symptoms: fever, severe headache, muscle aches, chills, and shaking. Okay, now anybody can get this. Of course, it's more severe with the elderly, but it can have some serious complications, including respiratory failure and renal failure, which is horrible, absolutely horrible. So yeah, that's just part of it. Then there's Powassan virus. All right, check this out. Okay, now throw in all those other flu-like symptoms, you know, that you get with the Lyme disease, and a lot of them that you get with anaplasmosis. But with Powassan virus, let's go ahead and add vomiting, all right? Seizures and swelling of the brain. Yes, that's Powassan virus, brought to you by the black-legged tick or deer tick. Bad times, man, bad times. Then the last one, brought to you exclusively by the nymph, black-legged or deer tick, okay? And that is babesiosis. Babesiosis. Throw that long list of flu-like symptoms in there, and let's throw in some high fevers, loss of appetite, and it'll wreak havoc on your red blood cells, which your red blood cells are instrumental in providing oxygen throughout your body via your lungs, which of course can then again turn into anemia. So Google that. That's bad times again. So yeah, it's just god awful what these ticks carry. And you know what sort of bums me out? Bums me out. Just, I don't know, more or less irks me. You know what irks me? And that's the fact that this is just an observation of mine. You know, you might agree with me, but for years till today, just, you know, ticks take a backseat to mosquitoes. What the hell? Yeah, they do. They take a backseat to mosquitoes. I mean, sure, I hate mosquitoes. Can't stand mosquitoes. Oh, mug, I ain't feel too good. Yeah. But yeah, they take a backseat to mosquitoes. Sure, absolutely, you know, West Nile virus is horrible. That ain't cool. But I tell you what, you look at the stats, okay? West Nile virus, all right, let's look at 1999 to 2019. There's something like 51,800 cases of West Nile virus, okay? From 1999 to 2019. If we're talking tick-transmitted diseases, we're talking hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands. I mean, I just recently read that 2024, the year that I'm making this video, that by the end of the year, I do believe it's just alpha gal, all right? It's going to, by the Lone Star tick, confirmed cases are going to exceed 400,000. That's just alpha gal, okay? God knows Lyme disease. How about off the charts? Ticks take a backseat to mosquitoes, and I think there should be more awareness, prevention, and education out there about the diseases that these ticks carry, man. I really, honestly do. So who's ever in charge of that program, but you need to get with the fucking program, all right? And get some word out about these freaking diseases, man, that these little parasitic arachnids carry, man, because it's god awful. It's god awful. Okay, I'm done. All right, man. I'm done ranting. Let's move on, shall we? Big question, obviously, you're probably wondering, when should I start freaking out when I have an attached tick on me? I mean, how long is too long, all right? I'll definitely tell you, man, 20 hours. If you start going past 20 hours, you are definitely creeping your way to the red zone. You go 24 to 36 hours, definitely red zone, okay? You're in the red zone. You're 30 hours, you're red zone. You go 42 or so, that is like DEFCON 1, all right? That's not good, man. That's not good. But once again, keep in mind, not all female ticks do carry, a disease, but shitload of them do. All right, shitload of them do. So yeah. So if you start feeling goofy, give me days or so afterwards, if you start showing a rash, let me tell you, man, these rashes, not all the time where you have, a ring of death or a bullseye, which I think only happens like 20% of the time, okay? It's more likely 80% of the time you'll just have a rash. Now, when that rash within a few days starts expanding outwards, that's pretty much a telltale sign that you're screwed, man. Tick got you. So keep that in mind, okay? All right, I think we're just about wrapped up with the deer tick. And there's just a couple things I just want to lay on you real quick before we move on. And that is, if you know somebody's got chronic Lyme disease, if they're unaware of the of botanicals, herbal remedies, I highly recommend that you, look into that. Do your own research on that. Botanicals, herbal remedies. Botanicals are badass, man. But there are a lot of people that suffer from chronic Lyme disease and that are finding a lot of relief and are able to pretty much, return to normality by using these botanicals, okay? So check botanicals out, all right? If you know somebody's got chronic Lyme disease. Matter of fact, some of these botanicals, I mean, you could take them even if you don't have chronic Lyme disease. And some people claim that it actually changes their flora, okay? To where they're they notice they hardly ever get bit by mosquitoes, where other people are getting, ate up alive. But yeah, something to look into. I just want to throw it out there. Get a shout out to botanicals. Get a shout out. And one last thing, if you want to do a little research, man, if you have any questions, check out Project Lyme. That's a great nonprofit organization, man. They have answers to quite a zillion questions that you would have on the deer tick and Lyme disease. But that is Project Lyme, and I'll definitely leave a link of that down below if you want to do a little more research yourself, man. All right, Project Lyme, not a sponsor. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna talk about some tick facts. Some tick facts. First of all, right off the bat, without a doubt, ticks. Next person that says this to me, I'm gonna hit them. Ticks do not jump. Okay, they don't jump. They're not capable of jumping. Okay, they do not jump. I've had people come in, "Oh, tick jumped on me." No, they didn't, man. No, they didn't. Liar. Yeah, ticks don't jump. Okay, like I mentioned earlier in my award-winning tick reenactment I did. They're ambushers. They latch on. Okay, so that's one thing I want to get out of the way. Ticks don't jump. Second, ticks do not drop out of trees and land on their head. They don't do it, man. Ticks do not climb high up into the trees and perch themselves on a leaf, wait for you to come down the trail, figure out the timing and the wind direction, and jump off the tree and land on your head. They don't do that. Okay. First of all, ticks are blind. They're blind, man. They're blind. They're blind. They can't see. All right. They're blind.
Another tick fact.
Ticks can live underwater for a pretty long time, okay? So if you think you're going to drown a tick, going to throw them down your toilet or something, no. Ticks have been known to stay underwater for like 72 hours and live, all right? So keep that in mind, all right? Little amphibious, blood-sucking bastards. Anyways, yeah, they can live underwater for a long time, so don't think you're going to be drowned in one anytime soon, okay? All right. Another little tick fact, in case you didn't know, ticks are related to spiders. Okay, they're kind of like they're an arachnid. They're a parasitic arachnid, kind of related to mice and the scorpions. All right, so if you didn't know that, now you do. Another tick fact: ticks can go without a meal, a blood meal. Sucking blood. They can go without food for a year. All right, or more, especially with nymphs and adults. So keep that in mind, all right? They can go without eating for a year, all right? And I'll explain a little something about that here in a second, okay? So yeah, they can go without eating for a very, very long time. Ticks, those little bloodsuckers do not like sunlight, okay? They don't like sunlight. You usually find them on the shady side of foliage or hiding in the shadows of leaf litter. But yeah, they don't like sunlight, so there you go. They suck blood, they don't like sunlight. Wait a minute, they don't like sunlight, and they suck blood. No way. All right, home remedies. Some of these home remedies, oh my God, don't do them. Don't do home remedies, whatever you do.
for instance, burnt match, light a match, blow it out, stick it up to a tick's hind end, and, hoping he's going to back out. No, he's going to freak out is what he's going to do, as you would probably freak out if somebody stuck a burnt match up to your ass. Well, most of you. Some of you probably get into it. But anyways, yeah, he's going to freak, okay? He's going to try to escape that burning sensation on his ass, and he's going to try to bury himself in, all right? He's going to try to move forward, and he's going to freak. He's probably going to regurgitate more than anything, so any pathogens that he may be carrying are now probably going to be injected into your bloodstream, okay? A process that naturally, if just a tick got on you, would take multiple hours to process, it's now it's going to happen in just a matter of seconds, okay? So, yeah, that would suck, all right? Because once again, usually, and if you start getting 18 to 20 plus hours, that's usually when you're in the red zone. But, you get a tick on you, it's been on you for 10 minutes, and you just go stick a burnt match, he throws up in you, and it just shoots you up full of pathogens, man, right off the bat. So, where therefore you would probably be, cool, safe, probably, not going to contract a tick-transmitted disease. Now you just went and did it, okay? So if you didn't have any pathogens in your body before, well, holy shit, you do now. So do not stick a burnt match up to a tick's ass. A couple of goofy ones is like putting a fingernail polish remover on them. No, same thing. He'll freak out, regurgitate probably. Petroleum jelly, just so, don't do anything. The only thing you need to do to remove a tick, and that is with a pair of tweezers. This is what I use right here. Took these out of my backpack. All right. Just a couple. Like a little precision needle tip tweezers, man. That's all you need. That's all I use right there. Now, let me show you how to do it. To properly remove a tick. Once again, just need your little needle nose tweezers. And, like that little tick. You didn't see that coming, did you? You're going to want to get them tweezers, man, way down here, man. Like where its head is going into your skin, get flush up against the skin, and just a steady pull, okay? Just a steady pull. Now there's probably going to be a little resistance because the tick's saliva acts like a cement, okay? Keep them in place. Here we go. So we're just going to do a steady little pull. Hope you can see that, all right? Boom! There you go, man. Tick's out. And I'll put them in a little plastic bag just in case I need to properly identify him later. Or, maybe have him tested. Make sure he's not carrying a tick-transmitted disease. But that's all you have to do and all you need to remove a tick. All right? Easy peasy. All right, let's talk about prevention. All right, it's time to get medieval on some ticks.
What? Bring it on, tick. Bring it on, tick.
It's cool, man. It's cool. He's on our side. It's on our side. He's on our side. Prevention. Preventive measures. This is what I use. This is what I do. If you're an average outdoorsman or a backpacker, you probably know where I'm going to go with this. So, you can probably shut this off now and go do something else, man. But thanks for watching, man. All right? Catch you on the trail. But for you that don't know, here we go, man. This is number one, man. This is what I use. This works great. It's been incredibly effective. And let's get started. Without a doubt, the first step you want to do against preventing yourself from getting a tick-transmitted disease, and that is treating your garments, your clothes, okay? And that is with a chemical called permethrin, all right? Permethrin. And probably one of my favorites is by a company called Sawyer. Not a sponsor. Obviously, other companies make permethrin out there, but this is pre-mixed. There are some that you can buy and mix yourself. You can make a 55-gallon drum with this stuff. Might save a little coinage, but I like this because it's just ready to go. Just buy it, put the nozzle on, shake it up really, really good, and put some gloves on, and start dosing and soaking your garments. I'll do my shoes, my socks, my pants, my shorts, shirt, jacket, whatever I'm wearing, and I'll even do my backpack, my tent, my ground sheet, and my footprint. Just kind of make myself a big giant tick barrier, so I can sleep a little easier at night knowing that I don't have to worry about ticks. But yeah, permethrin. Read the instructions. If you do this stuff, definitely do this stuff outside. Make sure you're downwind if you do it, if you got a breeze. But also very important, listen up, man. Do not put this stuff on your skin. Do not spray this on your skin. Don't be that person, okay? Don't put it on your skin. And if you have cats, all right? I have a cat. I've had cats. When this stuff is wet on your garments, do not get it around your cats, okay? It'll mess up their nervous system, okay? Pretty bad. Now, when it's dry, it's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. But when it's wet, big no-no. Oh, yeah. Don't get it around your cats, all right? Carl knows. He's been around my treated stuff for a while. He's absolutely fine, all right? So don't get it around your cats, whatever you do. All right, Carl? Okay, let's go. Yeah, so don't do it around your cats. For some reason, it doesn't bother dogs. Now, if you got a pet tarantula, you definitely don't want to do it around your pet tarantula, all right? Or you'll be out of a pet tarantula. But first line of defense, not only will this stuff deter the ticks, it'll kill them, all right? Ticks will die. They'll get on you. It takes about a minute, and they're going to die, all right? I've actually taken ticks, thrown them on my treated shoes to see what happened, and yeah, they don't want nothing to do with that treated fabric, all right? And it just takes a little bit of time. They're acting goofy, and next thing you know, they're done, all right? They're going down to tick hell. This will last multiple washings, all right, and weeks, all right, before you have to reapply. Once again, read the instructions, man. But yeah, first line of defense, permethrin. Now, for your skin, I go with another product by Sawyer, not a sponsor. A keratin. I'll use this on my arms and my legs if I need be, okay? I like these little gel packs. Is that what it is? Little lotion packs, I'm sorry, lotion. Little lotion packs right here. I can throw these in my backpack, throw a couple of them in there, 14 hours protection, apply when I need to. But yeah, a keratin. I'll use this. Now they also make a pump spray and an aerosol spray, which I think the lasting time is like 12 hours. But yeah, I always use this, but I won't put this stuff on my face or any sensitive parts of my body. I will go with something that's basically comprised of essential oils. A good favorite of mine is Green Mountain Tick Repellent, okay? This is just cedarwood oil, geranium, lemongrass oil. I've used this stuff for years. It's a little pricey, but it's been incredibly effective. And what I'll do is I'll spray a little bit on my hand, maybe put some on my face, behind my ears, in the back of my neck. Because once again, I'm kind of weird about putting chemicals on my face. But this is a good product. Another one I'm going to try out this year, which I have not, is Yaya. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize. But this is another one. It's just a bunch of essential oils. And we'll give this a shot this year and see how good it works against tick defense. I'm often asked about DEET. I'm not a big fan of DEET. I'm sure I've used it many years ago, but it was developed for mosquitoes. And you got to reapply it quite often. And I've seen what it does to some man-made materials like plastics and stuff like that, and rubbers, and what it does to that. Nah, I ain't gotta put that stuff on my skin, man. Okay, I will pass on the DEET. This is what I use, but I personally will pass on DEET. If it works for you, all the power to you, man. But that is it, man. That is pretty much what I use out in the field. That's kept me tick-free for years. So I think that's about it. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down in the comments down below. All right, here's one tip for you real quick. For you dog owners, if you take your dogs, on walks in the woods, and which is cool, dogs are notorious for picking up ticks. Oh my God, they'll pick up a ton of them, all right? Even though your dog has been treated with a flea and tick preventive, they'll still pick them up. That tick will eventually realize that your host, your dog, is not a good meal, all right? And it'll bounce off. Now, a lot of times them ticks can be attached to your dog, not attached in the skin, but just hanging on, You put them back in your car, then ticks will bounce off into your vehicle. And like I said earlier, remember, ticks can live over a year without a blood meal. So you can have these ticks crawling around in your vehicle, all right? I've had this happen to me. Had one crawling on my leg, and because this person I was with that day had a dog, and I found ticks in my vehicle. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to treat my car seats and my floor, my floorboard and everything with some permethrin, okay? Just in the event that dogs are back in my vehicle, that if they do bounce off, they're dead. Okay, they're going to die. I don't have to worry about one sneaking up my ass and attaching itself, me not knowing, okay? It's just an ounce of prevention goes a long way. You might not want to put this on your vehicle seats, but I tell you what, this stuff is odorless, it's colorless. If you want to test it out on a little piece of fabric in your vehicle, but I highly recommend you do that, man, if you got dogs, all right? It's just one less thing you got to worry about, especially when you're dealing with nymphs, and because they're so small. But you just want to make sure your dog is brought into your vehicle that they do bounce off, they're going to die. So that's just a little tip for you, something to consider, all right? Cool. All right, I think that'll pretty much wrap it up for this video. Sorry, it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but God, there's just so much to talk about, you know? I hope you learned something. Once again, I'm not a professional, you know? I maybe know more than most people, but I'm not a professional. I don't work for the Center of Disease Control. You know, I'm not an entomologist, but it's just something I'm very passionate about, and it is tick-transmitted diseases and the prevention. So I hope you learned something, a little something, and if I just help one person prevent themselves from getting a tick-transmitted disease, a tick-transmitted disease, if I've helped one person, then this video has been worth it tenfold, all right? So once again, thanks so much for watching. My name's Hoop, and we will catch you on the next one, all right? I'm out. That's a wrap, man. Take a look at this little demonic shit. Hey, what was that?
Bring it on, Tick. Bring it on. They just give me the EBGBs.
They say one bite can change your life, and that is absolutely for the worse.
I hate them son of a bitches.
My quest has been fulfilled. And I'm out! That's my squirrel, man. That's my squirrel. That's Peanuts. What's up, buddy? You want some peanuts? Excuse me, I gotta go feed my squirrel.